Have you ever wondered if there's a better way to smoke your meat that adds incredible flavor without all the fuss? Well, stick around as I dive into this Traeger Pellet Smoker Pro 575, showing you how it simplifies smoking and why it's my go-to for the perfect smoke infusion before a high heat finish. We'll check out what makes this smoker stand out, assemble it, and share my first smoking session with some mouth-watering cuts. All the links you need, from snagging deals on a smoker to my favorite accessories, are right below in my description. Plus, there's a handy skip ahead menu down there too. So why this grill? Before the Traeger Pro 575, my smoking setup was just a classic charcoal grill. It did the job, but let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Last summer, I tried to do some offset smoking, and keeping a consistent temperature was a battle. I was consistently checking the grill and making minor adjustments. It just wasn't really relaxing. Now, this Traeger smoker, it's a whole different ballgame. I can literally set it and forget it. I mean, not really, but you get my point. I don't have to babysit that grill anymore, which means more time with my friends and family, or tackling those projects throughout the day. Unless my son or dog knocks off the power cord, then, well, I've got a bit of a situation. But another game changer is the Wi-Fi connectivity. I can monitor everything from my phone, set alarms, and even keep tabs on the cooking without stepping outside. I am even planning to try something I never could with my charcoal setup, an overnight cook. Imagine waking up to the perfect smoked brisket. I can. I just hope I don't burn it. My luck, something won't go right, or a raccoon will get into the smoker. I mean, how do you prevent that? So why the Traeger Pro 575? I adore my Weber for quick, high heat grilling and those perfect sears. But authentic smoke flavor and searing convenience, nothing tops this pellet smoker. I snagged it for under $1,000. Of course, I tossed in some handy extras, and this grill has completely transformed my barbecue weekends. The Traeger is more than a smoker. It's my new favorite weekend warrior. I know some of you might be thinking, Tim, isn't it a bit risky not keeping an eye on the grill the old-fashioned way? Well, now speaking of keeping an eye on things, I even set up a small security camera pointed at my grill. No, I haven't turned into a barbecue spy agent yet, though that does sound like a fun gig. This isn't because I expect any issues. Traeger grills are built solid, and as long as you keep them clean every 3 to 4 cooks, they run smoothly. But with this camera, I can chill out completely. If anything unexpectedly happens, like a flare up, or if it tips over, thing weighs a ton, it's not gonna tip over, but just in case. Or maybe it just gets unplugged. I can spring into action right away. Plus, I get to catch any sneaky critters trying to snag a bite, like those dang raccoons. Here's what makes this smoker stand out in the crowd. First up, the cooking space. The Pro 575 offers a spacious 572 square inch of grilling area. That's enough room to fit 24 burgers, 5 racks of ribs, or 4 whole chickens. Perfect for a big family meal or a get together with friends. It's powered by Traeger's Wi-Fi technology. You can control your grill from anywhere using the Traeger app, adjust temperatures, set timers, and even access over 1,600 recipes right from your phone. Talk about convenience. The grill's hopper capacity is 18 pounds, so you can load it up with pellets and smoke for hours without needing a refill. And it reaches a maximum temperature of 500 degrees Fahrenheit, ideal for everything from slow cooking to even baking. I plan to maybe try to make a pizza someday. The build is solid, with all terrain that makes it easy to move around your backyard or patio. Plus, it features a durable porcelain-coated grill grate that makes cleanup a breeze. And don't forget the turbo temp feature. It gets your grill heated up quickly and recovers heat faster after opening the lid, ensuring your cooking temperatures remain stable. To sum it up, the Traeger Pro 575 isn't just a smoker. It's a versatile, outdoor cooking solution, packing a punch with features designed for ease and optimal cooking results. Whether you're a seasoned barbecue master or just starting out, this grill could be a perfect addition to your outdoor cooking arsenal. Got a problem? Traeger's customer service is stellar. They offer a 3-year warranty and have a 40-day return policy that makes things super easy. That is just a phone call away. Are you enjoying this video so far? If so, consider smashing that like button, hitting subscribe, ring that bell, and join more of my smoking adventures. Check out my sign-up form on my website at timbosfoodbox.com. Look for cheat codes, email sign-up form. This will hook you up with discounts for your next meat box purchase. Before you can fire up the grill for those fantastic barbecue sessions, there's one critical step you can't overlook. You have to season your new Traeger Pro 575. This process, also known as burn-in, is crucial to making sure your grill is ready and safe for cooking. Start by ensuring the auger is free from any foreign objects. Then load it with pellets. Plug the smoker into a wall socket and flip the main power switch on the back to on. Wake up that display by pushing any button, then push the menu to bring up the main menu. Rotate the dial to select auger and then choose prime auger. This will take about 2 minutes as it pushes pellets into your burner box. After priming the temperature to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and confirm by pushing the selection dial. Push. Now hold down the ignite and close the grill door. You'll hear a fan start up, and that's okay, because what's happening is there's a coil inside that's getting really hot. Then it just slowly starts to burn those wood pellets, and it creates smoke. To have smoke, to have a fire, you need to have air. So that air is kind of more or less what controls the fire. So you need the fan. What we're doing here is burning off any manufacturing residues, like oils or dust. Think of it as seasoning a new cast iron skillet. It's all about setting the stage for all those fantastic meals to come. So we're gonna let the grill run for about 20 minutes at 350 degrees. After that, crank it up to 450 degrees and let it run for another 30 to even 45 minutes. This step is key as it forms a productive layer that not only makes cleaning easier, but also enhances the flavor of your smoked dishes. Once done, push and hold the selection dial for 3 seconds to initiate shutdown. It's very important to shut down your smoker this way and not just unplug it. The display screen will indicate shutting down. That will take roughly about 15 minutes. After that, your smoker should be cool enough to restart. Now, you're all set to light it up and start cooking your favorite meats. What are we cooking up this week? We've got tomahawks and ribs from ButcherBox, a prime rib from Grassroots Farmers Co-op. I've also recently got a volcano shank and brisket from Porter Road lined up for some serious smoking. Links to all these companies and discounts can be found in my description down below. Go pick yourself up a box of meat, and you can save anywhere from XYZ percentage off to even $50 off ButcherBox. Let's step outside and get this grill set up. See you in a minute. We're gonna be putting together a grill. Got the grates. Next up, we have another box. I'm gonna assume this is the one with the screws and the tools. Supposedly, I don't need to use any tools. Boom. These look like the joints that hold the legs together. Can we take off? Yeah. I'm gonna take off the plastic. There's our tools and screws. This doesn't look as hard as the Weber grill we put together last year. Here we have the owner's manual and temperature probe. Next, there's a little note saying thank you. We want to let you know choosing Traeger and letting us into your backyard, making us part of your family and neighborhood get-togethers, and maybe even a few holiday traditions. We can't wait to see what you create. I can't wait to create something. Got some plastic covering the actual grill itself, but we're just gonna lift this up. And look at that, it's perfect. It's pointing in the right direction and everything. We have some more cardboard. They say to have 2 people to put this together with you. I'm gonna figure it out myself. So we're gonna assemble the legs first. Ooh, there's more components inside here. We have the grease pail, check it out. And it comes with some disposable filters. Next, got some legs. Got 2 more legs. Another small box. This here is protect your hands so they don't get crushed. A little safetiness here, especially for those with little kids like me. This is the grate. I'll open this one last. We have a disposable drip tray. We actually have the tray for the grease. Do we have a heat shield? Lost something in here, huh? The smokestack. So now I'm gonna actually read the instructions now and actually put this together. They gave us a screwdriver and a wrench. I also got a hex key. So the first one we're gonna do is number 3. So everything's gonna be labeled. That's something I really do like. This is 3. Oh wow, look at this. Everything is color coordinated. Oh man, I probably don't even have to follow these instructions. I just gotta make sure I do it right the first time. I like to just kind of put these together ahead of time. So let me get number 4 first. Number 4. This one. Once you get one in, the rest are pretty easy, it seems. Beautiful. Number 3. Honestly, the hardest part here is aligning the holes. But once you got that, who's gonna make that wise joke about finding the hole? All right, I'm gonna say that's good enough. Woohoo! I like this part. Oh, it's a magnet. Yeah, that's a magnet too. That's pretty cool. Let's clear off this blue tape. Then on top of this thermometer here, it says please remove before cooking. Next step. So I'm now gonna put these braces in. One side at a time. All right, that's in there pretty tight. Next steps. So now we gotta put the smokestack on. There's this little buffer in between. I'm gonna put this on the outside. So we get the lid. It's really coming together. What do we got next? Handle right here. One handle. All right, next item is to put the heat shield in. Perfect. Now I have to put in a safety shield here for my son or myself. For those drunken nights, I decide to go, I can put some pellets in there. Because there's 2 screws in here you have to undo. Perfect. There it is, folks. There is my Traeger pellet grill. I'm gonna heat it up tomorrow, do the seasoning tomorrow, and then toss on a nice big juicy prime rib. Just put your pail. Then you have your electrical cord. I almost forgot. I bought an accessory that I have yet to install. I decided to go with the header attachment. Let's attach these up. And they're marked here, left and right. I like that, makes it even easier for me. All right, so those are on there pretty good. Nice. Well, I'm gonna say that's about it. Putting together my Traeger grill. Took about an hour, maybe a little bit more than an hour, but not too hard. I was able to use all the tools that were provided to me in the kit, so that's nice. So tomorrow, we're gonna season this grill, start it up, make sure it works. All right, so the Wi-Fi setup was a little confusing to me, but I finally got it to work. Now, I'm turning on the grill for the very first time. I had to set the dial, then you actually have to tap the dial once so it actually sets. Then you hit ignite. I was sitting here for a good 20 minutes going, nothing's happening. What's going on? Well, if I had read the instructions, you know, I probably would have gotten it right the first time. I'm seeing smoke. Put my meat thermometer in there so I can check it out. This thing weighs a ton also, so if you can't lift a lot, I recommend setting this up in the place you plan on leaving it. It's a little drippy, rainy out here right now. I hope it doesn't downpour because I really want to cook my prime rib roast. I had to put this on 350 degrees. I had to set it, and I was told to wait about 20 minutes once it gets up to 350. And then I had to turn it up to 450 for an additional 30 minutes. Then I have to turn it off, let it cool down, and then I should be good to cook. I am going to close the cover here so this thing can season. And look, it's coming out of here now. I am excited. Ah. All right, so I'm here with my son Ronan. Say hello.
Yo.
Today we have 2 racks of St. Louis ribs on this new Traeger Smoker. Oh, look at that. We have 2 different seasonings, a spice seasoning and sweet seasoning, so you can really try them. I'm cooking this at 200 degrees for 4 hours. I am not going to touch that again for those 4 hours. I want to get a nice smoke ring on these ribs before taking them out, and I'll let you know the next step when that happens. All right, so I am 4 hours into my cook, and the ribs are looking great. There's a nice bark on them. I hope I don't lose that in the next process. I read online that a lot of people use apple juice for this step. Well, I don't have any apple juice. I'm trying something a little bit different. Instead, like my smoothie cup, it's actually maple bourbon, and I downed it with a bunch of water so that way it's not super alcohol-y, because, you know, my 4-year-old kind of wants to eat these as well. So might give a little hint of a maple flavor to these ribs, but that works great with the barbecue sauce. Let's take these ribs off here, put them on the plate, wrap them, and we're gonna cook them for another 3 hours. These are just gonna fall off the bone. They're gonna be so good. So far, I'm really loving this grill. It's been so easy from starting it up to setting the temperature, and it's the weekend. So I'm just doing some yard work out here, hanging out inside, watching some television, and I'm able to watch everything on my mobile device. I'm gonna get these ribs going because I'm getting hungry and I still have another few hours. Let's get these flipped, put in the pan, and covered. Look at those. It's a little wetter on that side. This side here is nice bark. Let's throw in some liquid. Now I'm gonna cover up. Now the tin foil's on. Let's easily put this on here without making the juices go everywhere. That is perfect. And we're gonna cook this for another 3 hours. Right now it's saying it's 107, but look how quickly that temperature rises. So I have this set at 200. I know a lot of you might cook this at 225. I'm cooking it low and slow because I have a lot of time, and I want these ribs to be amazing. Considering this is the first time doing ribs on this smoker. Look how fast that's going up. I am like just so impressed. It does still sound like a jet engine to me. Now I'm gonna just go inside, put my feet up, get my barbecue sauce ready. All right, just took the ribs out. It's been just shy of 3 hours. Check them out. Now I'm gonna put them back on the Traeger grill for another hour. I half hour before I take them off. I'm gonna brush them with some barbecue sauce, and voila, time to eat. All right, so I just put some Sticky Fingers original barbecue sauce on the ribs. They hit an internal temperature of 195. I would like to get them to 203. So I got about a half hour left on my cook. I did cook this at 200 degrees for most of the day. I should have probably cooked it a little bit higher, 225, and they might have been done faster. But because I cooked them low and slow, let's hope for the best. I did bring it up to 250 not too long ago because I need to speed it up a little bit. I'm just gonna let it sit at 250 with the barbecue sauce and hope for the best. Done. Right, those look good. Those look good. They're off the grill. They smell amazing. I just pushed the button. My Traeger is going to take about 15 minutes to turn off. Please note, you never want to unplug your Traeger. You always want it to turn off on its own, so you never have any pellet issues the next time you want to start up your grill. Let's go in and dive into these ribs. I do have to let them sit for about 10 minutes. Just like steak, they're gonna get just juicier and juicier. All right, got a butter knife. Let's see if I can cut these with the butter knife. Hey, look at that. It's so much more smooth. Great for camera show, right? Let's see if I can find this one now. Oh, yeah. That is fall off the bone good. Bon appetit. There's some good smoke flavor on here. Just falls off the bone. That's good. Now those are some real ribs. Wow. I picked up these ribs at Butcher Box. I'll be sure to put a link in my description down below if you want to check out Butcher Box for yourself. Oh, so good. All right, today I'm cooking up 2 giant tomahawk steaks. They've been on the smoker now roughly an hour and a half, 2 hours at 225 degrees. Let's check them out. Oh wow, look at those. Those are looking great. I'm now warming up my Weber so I can sear them on each side for about 1 to 2 minutes at a really high temperature. And then, eating time. I seasoned with 2 different seasonings. I used carnivore black beef seasoning, and the other one I did in Montreal. Which one will taste better? You'll have to wait and see. I don't know when I'm going to get another moment to do this because it's so quiet in the house right now. I just cut into the tomahawk. That looks great. Now for a taste test. Oh, wow. Like someone mentioned in one of my comments, when I eat certain foods, I look like a kid who just ate McDonald's for the first time. Yeah. That was good. I love eating it right off the bone. I can do this one next. Man, it's so juicy. It's just dripping everywhere. I strongly recommend you check out Butcher Box's Tomahawk steaks. They're a little pricey. Sometimes you can get them on a good deal, but They are so worth it. And the cooking experience on my Traeger was so easy, and there's a nice smoky flavor, and it's just red throughout. I love when it's cooked like this. Quick little sear on my gas grill. Very good. I could have turned up my Traeger to like 500 degrees. It's just easier doing it on my gas grill. Get up quicker, get on that sear so I can get inside and start eating. So I want to give you my final thoughts. After owning the Traeger now for about a month, who's the Traeger Pro 575 really for? If you're a fan of deep, smoky flavors and you want a smoking experience that's hassle-free, this grill is definitely for you. It's fantastic for smoking meat, low and slow, and then popping them on the gas grill like my Weber for that perfect crispy crust. I've got to say, the smoky bark that this smoker produces on the meat is just perfect. If you watch my cooking video, you'll see that bark. It was so flavorful. If this sounds like a fit and it's within your budget, I highly recommend picking one up for yourself, or perhaps gifting it to someone who's looking to dive into a tasty new hobby. This smoker is ideal for my family needs. But if you're someone who loves throwing big barbecue parties, well, you might want to consider the bigger sibling, the Pro 780, which offers 780 square feet of cooking area for an extra $200. I invested $799 in this smoker itself and a few accessories. The front folding shelf, which cost me $79.99, a full-length grill cover, replacement drip tray, bucket liners for easy cleanup, a 20-pound bag of signature pellets, and 2 18 bags of Louisville Slugger pellets, which are fantastic maple hardwood option, which these ones are perfect. It's a maple hardwood. That's gonna taste so good with my steaks. I've also picked up a few other types of pellets on Amazon as well. Also, if you want a little insurance policy, pick up a 500-watt Jackery power bank in case you don't have power close by outside or you just lose power. Now, let's talk about a few cons. Yeah, there's cons. First, there's no sear zone with direct fire, which is something you can find on competitors like the Pit Boss. You can buy an accessory that adds this feature, but it's an additional cost. And you don't get real fire. It's like this metal grate you put on top of your grates. I don't really understand it. Also, setting up the Wi-Fi connectivity was a bit confusing than I really expected it to be. And lastly, the included thermometer needs to be calibrated before using. Something I discovered when my meter sticks were giving me very different readings. And I was so confused when I took the meat off and saw that it was so raw on the inside. Despite these drawbacks, I'm thrilled with the Traeger Pro 575. It has elevated my smoking game and brought so much flavor to our meals. If you love barbecue, this smoker might just be your next big thing. You'll find links to all the products I mentioned in this video in my description down below, so you can see exactly what I'm using and where I'm getting them. Thank you for hanging out. For a deeper dive, head over to timbosfoodbox.com. And if you're interested in learning how this stacks up against my Weber, check out this video right here. Keep those smokers going and those grills hot. Have a good day.